Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Conversations with Water and Wellness Professionals. Today we have Virginia Wittebort. How you doing today, Virginia? How's the?
Hi Wade, how are you?
What kind of beautiful mug do you have today?
Here's my mug.
Oh,
Look, this is the overly used side and and the one that's still holding on. This is a colibri, a hummingbird, owls, butterflies, so it's all me.
that is beautiful. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you could take time out of your busy day today to be here with Conversations with Water and Wellness Professionals.
Thank you for having me.
It looks beautiful where you are too. You
It
know,
is a gorgeous day here in Austin today, an amazing day.
well, let me tell everybody a little bit about you. So I'm going to
Okay.
read a little bit about Virginia. Virginia is the owner of Colibri Apothecary, a small business with a mission of creating a world where access to traditional herbal therapeutics is equitable. She focuses her herbal making process in bioregional plants and has medicinal and vegetable garden on premise in her residence in Austin, Texas. Originally from Venezuela, South America, she and her family speak both English and Spanish, and Virginia is also a therapeutic breathworker and welcomes individual sessions as well as she hosts group events. She is a traditional midwife pouring her heart into reproductive justice, and she is community minded and has strong roots in helping women through her services. It's so nice to have you here today, Virginia. Thank you for taking your time to tell us
Mm,
a little bit about what you do, as well as I've got a question for you, and hopefully
okay.
a great conversation on this question. Sound good?
Well, sounds beautiful. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. You know, when I hear you talk about Virginia has a garden, a medicinal garden, a vegetable garden, it sounds like big, big to me because for the last 4 to 5 years, I've been trying to develop my green thumb, and it's you make it sound a lot more. You're glorifying it a lot more than what I feel it, but you know, you're bringing it to my attention, and yes, I do have those things, and they're beautiful. They're not perfect yet, and don't have all the medicines that I want, but I feel very connected to it, and I'm super grateful also about the people who took care of this land before me, and all the ancestors that are here, and all the ancestors plants that are here, because they're guiding my work, and that's my connection, and I love to be here. As you can see, it's just wonderful spring day in Austin.
Well, that's great.
So thank you.
To bring professionals like yourself together in one place so everybody can get to know what everybody does and really understand this wellness network and beautiful group of folks that are here. And I appreciate it that you're here. And I've got our conversation questions. So if you're ready, let's rock and roll. Sound all right?
Yes.
Okay. So the question today is, many people are talking about the body and how it relates to herbs and food. And as a herbalist, what thoughts do you have about how to look at one's food intake, body ailments, or emotional psyche to bring awareness to a person's true concerns about their personal wellness? How do you put all that together as an herbalist and a breath worker? If you could share a little bit about that, that'd be awesome.
Yes. One thing that came to my mind immediately of how this works, the emotional aspect with the medicinal herbs, was my work with women right now as a partera, as a midwife. So I'm working with them through the emotions mostly, and through groups and Zoom right now, because that's how it is right now. And also I'm providing some herbs and care packages for them. Well, we are providing, I work for our organization right now. And it's just beautiful to see that all the obstacles that they have, because we're working with people of color right now, and they're the ones that are usually susceptible to premature baby, the most premature babies, and also that stop breastfeeding quickly because of all the issues that might be experiencing. So they live with a lot more stress than their counterpart white people. And so it shows in the outcomes how they end up having premature babies a lot more in our program, just by giving emotional support, just by listening to them, just by empower them to listen to their body and listen to their intuition, and not just listen to the intuition, like really trust. that they do have it, like work with them and say, you do know, you have this innate ability, this innate wisdom to know about your process. You are the expert of your own process. And just by doing this and empowering them in that way, you see the difference in the outcome. You see, we don't have premature babies as much. People are breastfeeding for 1, 2, even 3 years. And so that shows how this body, mind, spirit connection works. That's the perfect example. So as I bring this, so I can extrapolate that into my practice as an herbalist, as a breathwork facilitator, and that's what I do as well. You know, when people come to my practice, they're coming for different reasons. A lot of my clients come mostly for emotional reasons, and as my friends in profession and psychotherapists and places like that, they have told me that sometimes they get clients that, you know, they come to them because everything else have failed. I mean, my friend psychotherapist, who is also a breathwork facilitator, and that's also how they come to me. They have tried many things, nothing is working, or they are looking sometimes for a setting that is not, that might not feel, they're looking for a setting that feels more intimate. I think that's the right word. They're looking for a setting that feels more intimate, and I can provide that here at home. I have my healing room at home. So just with the setting, and I'm a big proponent that the environment is the third teacher. So just with the setting of being very intimate at home, that is one thing. Then I have always, like, I always give them tea, and I always know what they need just because we're having conversations. So we open the session with tea just to bring them back to their heart, or to give them something that they're really needing with their digestion or this or that, just to bring that awareness to the physical aspect of what they bring into the session.
You know, that's,
And
if I can just say one thing, that's a really great point that you bring to the party about there are professionals that work in an office, and then there are professionals that work out of their house and on a specific grounds. And there's so much you can do there. And I appreciate you telling us more about that. I just wanted to.
yeah, no, thank you. That helps. That makes me think that yes, there's a lot more, because they have this entire place. I have 2 acres here where they sometimes we sometimes do exercises for them to connect to nature. And so the thing about what you were asking me about this relationship with herbs and the, you know, the psyche of the person, I also work with that with clients. Like I have them sit in front of a plant and meditate with the plant, and we talk about the relationship with the medicines, the medicinal herbs that they're taking, and how to place intention as they take it, especially when they're taking flower essence. I work with flower essence a lot in my business, in my practice. So sometimes they're even doing breath work, and I bring the flower essence close to them, and I might put a drop on their wrist, and I see this immediate beautiful change in their process, this big shift that happens. I've done that a lot when we're working on ancestral healing, and I have this beautiful kit of all the flower essence in that kit is specifically for ancestral healing. So what else do I do in my practice about that relationship? Well, everything. The way I make my medicine. I mean, I go outside. If I'm gonna harvest in my garden, I ask permission. I make my medicine through rituals, through prayer. So that is the connection. I believe that when it gets to the hands of my clients, they are receiving that energy as well, that blessing of the way that I have harvested this medicine.
One question I have about this process, because I'm sure it's happened to you, where somebody comes with neck pain or shoulder pain, and really you kind of dive into not only maybe more of what they eat, but maybe where the emotions is, and you find out it's something completely different, right?
Yes, and that is definitely like the first question when somebody comes with physical symptoms. I start asking things about like, okay, what's going on in your life? What did you do when did that start? What happened? My intake as an herbalist will go all the way back to their birth. Not necessarily because I'm looking for the physical aspect of it, but I'm looking for the emotional aspect that triggered the condition. And that is my emphasis, because that brings the breath work and the herbal together. I'm going to know, okay, this started at birth, or this started at childhood, or this started in adolescence when they were ashamed because something happened, or this person was violated, or so that's how I work. I go back and I bring the herbal treatments, the herbal medicines in a specific relationship to that in the emotional aspect, but also treating like the present symptoms and making sure like if there is pain or if there is digestion issues or whatever, we also address those issues.
That's awesome, Virginia. Well, I think everybody's going to really benefit from this to understand a little bit more about it's not just about herbs, it's a lot deeper. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us here at Conversations with Wellness Professionals in Water. So
Mhm.
cheers. Here's to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody.
So this video and Virginia's website will be at the bottom of this video. So you'll be able to click on that if you want to get to Virginia's website. But we appreciate everybody attending today. This video will be at www.awakeningmindbodyandspirit.com. So thank you again. Have a great day, Virginia.
Thank you, Wade.
All right, thanks.